How would you go about choosing a reliable contractor? Can you GC your own projects? If so, would you recommend that starting out? Thanks. Unless you have GC experience, I don't recommend doing your first project yourself. It's not that you can't pull it off. You would definitely benefit from having mentorship through that process if you've never done it. You'd probably save yourself $40,000 to $50,000 with mentorship versus without it, versus just making mistakes and getting burned by subs, which is natural to happen. Like it's almost destined to happen if you run in. Picking a reliable contractor, go see them. Some of the best people that I found, I just pulled up on them. Hey, where you guys at? Where you working at? I'm out. But that's the thing. That's part of being like full time on the real estate grind, is I'll just come pull up on you. I'll drive an hour. I'll drive out of state, pull up on a GC, pull up on the site, wherever they're working. Usually the owner's not there anyway. See their work, vet them, and then give them an assignment. I'd probably give them something small though, something cosmetic, see how they work. But going to see their work is really good. There are contractor questions that I ask. I have like 10 questions. It's in the course content. It's one of the best sections. We have a whole construction section, and this is in there. But I have my 10 interview questions, and those are good. One of the better questions, or questions you must ask, and there are many, all 10 of them should be asked, but one of them is, do you have your own tools? So I ask a contractor, guys kind of interviewing, I want to get on the project. Do you have your own tools? And I'll just sit there, and it's a yes or no. If I get what had happened was, and no, I ain't got no tools. And it's like, you're not a professional. A professional has tools. That's it. If you don't have tools, if I'm buying the tools, you're not a pro. There's something wrong. There's something going on. It's a telltale sign. So there's questions. There are also referral sources to people to go to that are better to get referrals from contractors. It's not that you can't pull it off. You certainly can. There's just not as much of a benefit to it. There's more of a benefit to finding a reliable contractor than there is to GCing your own project. Even GCing your own project is limited if you take it out far enough, because it's like, well, what's the limit to that? You're always the GC. That's the limit. If you weren't the GC, you could still be the owner, and you could just find lots and lots and lots of deals, right? And you could have somebody else GC. It's a natural holding back process. So for you to be your own GC, you're designing your operation for you to be the GC. So the scalability will always be you. You'll become the bottleneck, versus designing a business that would scale through a third-party GC, and it would be more limitless. It would be a little bit more limitless. A lot of people want to GC their own projects to save money, or they feel like, oh, I can pay myself a GC fee. But in reality, you could do that by just finding a better deal as well, by just going to the auction and getting a cheaper deal that had a bigger profit spread, where you could hire a GC and pad the budget and still pay yourself a GC fee on top of your GC. Pay yourself an oversight fee, but still not be responsible for the day-to-day. Because the day-to-day it's a beast. It's a bear.